A comedian wears a cryptic t-shirt with the letters PSS on it, and almost overnight there's a meltdown. Police complaints are filed, outrage floods the internet, and a cryptic design becomes a national controversy. The group taking offense? Supporters of the RSS. Globally, they market themselves as a dedicated, disciplined cultural NGO with a 100-year history of nation-building. Yet these supporters, who demand absolute dignity for the Prime Minister, operate a relentless digital infrastructure. Their daily output relies on manufacturing misogynistic smears and abusive campaigns targeting anyone who challenges them. They regularly circulate weaponized, altered images. A genuine archival photo of a historical leader embracing his own niece is cropped and recaptioned to paint him as a loose character, inciting anger and dehumanizing the women in the frames. This intense focus on a t-shirt joke is a performative distraction. It masks a specific ideological agenda that has been moving in the background for decades. Their strategy relies on historical appropriation. They claim ownership of founding figures like Sardar Patel, despite Patel being the Home Minister who actually banned their organization for inciting violence. Simultaneously, the leaders who championed a secular republic face systematic character assassination. Jawaharlal Nehru is subjected to endless, crude campaigns designed to rebrand him to a generation that never read his history. Modern figures receive the same treatment. Former President APJ Abdul Kalam, a man synonymous with India's scientific progress, is routinely degraded by allied politicians in public speeches without consequence. You see the historical stance of this ecosystem every year when supporters openly trend slogans glorifying Nathuram Godse. Godse is independent India's first recognized terrorist. He assassinated Mahatma Gandhi because he despised Gandhi's vision of an anti-caste, secular nation where all citizens lived as equals. This antagonism toward the nation's founders aligns with their historical record. During the fight for independence, they did not oppose the British, choosing instead to collect colonial pensions and swear loyalty to the crown. Their efforts were directed at the specific vision of the secular, equal republic these founders were building. This ideological clash came to a head in 1949. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar led the drafting of a new Indian constitution designed to secure rights for every citizen. Just 4 days after the Constitution was passed, the RSS mouthpiece, the organizer, published an editorial explicitly rejecting it. They demanded the implementation of the ancient Manusmriti instead. This diagram illustrates what the Manusmriti is. It is a text dictating a hierarchy that divides human beings into 4 unequal tiers. As this bottom tier highlights, the text mandates subjugation for the lowest castes. It specifies violent legal punishments, including pouring hot oil into the ears of anyone from this tier who dares to offer religious advice to those at the top. This ideology manifests in their organizational structure today. In a century of existence, the top leadership position of the RSS has never been held by a Dalit or a woman. The Indian Constitution legally dismantled the oppressive caste and gender hierarchies that the Manusmriti requires its followers to enforce. The preference for an ancient, unequal legal code actively dictates modern political policy and real-world legal outcomes today. When men convicted of violent atrocities were recently granted early release and garlanded, a member of the Mercy Committee cited their status as Brahmins of good character. That is the Manusmriti's built-in leniency operating in the present day. This framework fuels systematic state action against dissenters and minorities. It normalizes the bulldozing of homes without due process, while shielding political leaders who broadcast hate speech from public stages. People often ask, how exactly are these organizations a threat to Muslims in India? This ideological framework challenges the very concept of equal citizenship, posing a risk to the constitutional integrity of the entire nation. The coordinated waves of moral outrage over a comedian's t-shirt are a cover. They hide a century-long mission to replace the secular, democratic Republic of India with an oppressive, caste-based